Hi there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Feyi Mac and I make videos on living in Canada as a new immigrant. Thank you for tuning in today and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Guys, do you like my outfit? I got it from my mom. She actually sent it to me a couple of years ago and I never got to wear it. But today is very exciting for me. So this week I hit 5 years in Canada. Okay, so yeah, I've been here since 2015 and now it's 2020, same month. It's very exciting for me because it feels like yesterday. Like, I can't even believe it that I've been here for 5 whole years. Like, that's a whole 5-year-old child grown. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I'm so happy, I'm so excited and grateful for the opportunity. So I decided to do a video today and I'll be sharing my 5 tips for newcomers. So of course there are a lot of tips, but this would be my top 5 tips for newcomers. And this video will be in collaboration with a good friend of mine, Janey Buz, and I'm going to link her video up here if she's already uploaded it. So we're just doing a collaboration. We came to Canada, I think, just a day apart. Funny story, because we actually just met a few months ago, but we found out that we came to Canada around the same time as international students, so we kind of bonded from then on. So yes, we're doing this video together. She's going to be giving you her own top 5 tips for newcomers, so go ahead to check out her video once you're done watching this. Okay. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys can tell, but 5 years. Okay, so anyway, let me first wish myself happy canniversary. That's what we call it, like your first canniversary. So like Canada and anniversary, canniversary, you get it? Yeah, that's what we call it. So happy 5th canniversary to me. And yeah, let's get right into the video. Now it's going to be a 5 to 1 countdown, and my number 5 tip would be comparison kills. Do not compare. Now, I don't know how else to emphasize this, but if you've been speaking to people that are new immigrants in Canada or in North America, even in other countries and continents, you would hear them say that everybody's journey is unique. Right from the time you apply for that student visa or express entry. In fact, if you've been through that process, that's the biggest teacher of the fact that comparison kills and you should not compare. Because if you're looking at other people's journeys and using that to determine how yours would go, you're setting yourself up. That's how I'll put it. You're setting yourself up for a serious mental breakdown. You definitely have no business comparing yourself to other people. It's great to be able to hear insights and experiences from their journeys and be able to use some of the tips that you get from there to improve yourself and improve your expectations. But do not say that because A came to Canada within 1 month, got a great job that paid them $100 an hour in their field, that would be the exact same story for you. No, it might not be so. Some people struggle for years before they get to that area. And I wouldn't even call it struggle. I would say it's just a journey. Everybody's story cannot be the same. Do you understand? Everybody's story cannot be the same. So please do not compare yourself with people, because comparison kills and it can lead to serious depression. Okay, and that brings me to my number 4 point. Monitor your mental health. I cannot overemphasize this enough. I cannot stress this enough. The first advice that I got when I landed in Canada, in Halifax, Nova Scotia to be precise, was get vitamin D supplements. And this advice was given to me by my professor. So it was actually like, because when you land, they pair you, as an international student, they pair you with a professor that is almost like your course advisor. So I went into her office and she advised me that after getting winter boots and good winter gear, I should get vitamin D supplements. Did I listen to her? No. I didn't listen to her. But The reason for that is that there's very limited sunshine here compared to Nigeria or other countries. So you don't get enough vitamin D, and that can lead to depression, according to what they say here. So a lot of you might have heard about winter blues. It's a real thing. It's not made up. It's not an Oyinbo problem. It's not something that cannot affect us. It can affect anybody. It doesn't respect anybody. Okay, so make sure that you take that seriously. When winter comes, it's very short days and very long nights. So it would get dark maybe around 4:30 p.m. and it wouldn't get bright until about 8:30 a.m. Sometimes even 9 o'clock. And you go out, you still have to go to work, you still have to do things like normal, right? Daylight savings is just 1 hour. You change the time, it doesn't do much. At the end of the day, by the time you're leaving your office, it's already dark. By the time you're going back into the office, it's still dark. So a lot of people find it very difficult to adjust to this change, amongst other changes such as your family not being here, not really having your friends here, change in the work environment, possibly not getting the kind of job you want immediately right off the bat. So many different changes, culture shock. Some people even experience racism the moment they land. So there are a lot of things that can actually contribute to depression. So you definitely want to monitor your mental health. Make sure that you're making conscious effort to determine your stability. Take advantage of the wellness programs in your organization. Some of them have benefits for wellness. So you could, do yoga, just go out there, make friends, get on WhatsApp support groups for new immigrants, talk to people, do anything that would help you improve your mental health. For me, I mean, I guess I wasn't that much affected because I already prepared myself, and I typically am a homebody, so for most of the time I just stay at home and I entertain myself. Like, especially, being an international student and all that, I would just entertain myself. Now people know me as, organizer of game nights, organizer of trips to different places. That happens sometimes, but for the most part, I'm an introvert. So I try to just find things to entertain myself within my household. Okay, so try to do that. Find shows that you enjoy. Find hobbies that are not expensive. I would say that because a lot of people feel like they can't have fun without spending so much money. Try to find hobbies that are not expensive that you can use to keep yourself busy. Professional development is also one of them. You can just keep improving yourself professionally, and that serves as a distraction from anything you're facing. So monitor your mental health. That's what I would say. Get supplements if you have to, vitamins and things like that, so that you're not lacking. Eat well, sleep well, enjoy the new environment. Monitor your mental health. Number 3, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Now, this is a bit tricky because a lot of people are optimists. I don't know that I'm an optimist. I'm more of a realist. And so when people tell me, oh, they're moving to Canada, they're landing next month and blah, 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 and they ask me for advice, I just tell them, hope for the best. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that, but know that things might not always go as planned. Things might not always go the way you want them to be. And it doesn't mean that God is not answering your prayers or anything like that. I like to remove spirituality from a lot of these things. Sometimes things won't go as you expect them to go. And what happens then? Do you have a plan B? Do you have a plan C? Everything I try to do, I try to make sure that I have fallback plans and workarounds, so that if things don't go according to the plan, I'm not just going to be found, wanting. Like, I wouldn't just fall into depression and be like, oh, this thing happened this way, this was supposed to happen this way, and now I'm doomed. It's over. My life is over. No, I have other plans in place. So it's very important to have backup plans. If you come here thinking you're going to achieve this, this, and this by this month and all of that, it might not go that way. And if it doesn't go that way, it's okay. So again, hope for the best, but plan for the worst, just in case something doesn't go right, you know, in terms of finances, in terms of different things. And I also want to relate this with with comparison to other countries. So coming from Nigeria, you might feel, oh, Canada is very safe, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? Like, even in Mississauga here in the GTA, Ontario, like, your car can get stolen. Your car can get broken into. My car was broken into in Nova Scotia. Things happen. So don't get here and feel so comfortable that you no longer lock your car door at night. You no longer lock your door. You don't, you know, you just feel like, oh, this it's safe and all that, and you just let yourself go. No, still be security conscious. Prepare for the worst. Anything can still happen. Anything can still happen. There are crazy people out here. Just in case you don't, like, in case you don't know, there are crazy people in Canada. So prepare. There are places that you go that you have to clutch your handbag like this under your armpit as if you're in Tejo show or somewhere. Do you understand? So don't come here and lose guard. Always have plans A, B, C, and still be on top of things. Still be on top of security. Be very environment conscious. Watch your kids. All of that stuff I would put into this point. Prepare for hope for the best and prepare for the worst. My fourth tip would be to build your network. Now, I mentioned this in a previous video. Majority of jobs that are filled in Canada are not even posted online. Some of them are posted online and they already know who they're hiring. Them posting it online is just formality. And I posted a tweet about this, that in Nigeria we have long leg, but in Canada we have networking. You have to network. You know, I know it can be tough for people like us introverts. I know some people won't believe when I say I'm an introvert. It happens all the time when I tell people. They're like, no, Feyi, you're not an introvert. But I am actually. It's just when it comes to networking, I have to do what I have to do. Like, and I put myself out there. So it's very important to network. You don't want to be that person that's just applying for hundreds of jobs and keeps getting rejections back to back to back to back. Because guess what? That happens a lot. So you want to make yourself somebody's preferred candidate. Some people, when you contact them for jobs, they tell you, oh, this posting, there's already a preferred candidate. And that's them confiding in you. It's not something that they would typically tell you. Some postings will actually write it there, preferred candidate identified. So who are you to come and grab the job? Do you understand? So one strategy that I have is to make myself somebody's preferred candidate, to make myself a decision maker's preferred candidate, or at least the recruiter's preferred candidate, so that when they have a job posting or an opening, they think about me because they've had conversations with me and they remember me. Somebody asked in the comment section of my previous video how you can take advantage of networking. LinkedIn is number one. Go on LinkedIn. You can easily search, you know, if your interest is public relations, just search public relations Canada or search different things. If you look at organizations that you would like to work at, search the name of the organization and see the people. You would see people that work in that organization. You might have one or two connections with them that you share in common, right? So that way, send them a connection invite, send them a message. Some people will respond, some wouldn't, but that's okay. Who cares? What's the worst that can happen? No, someone will respond and some other person would respond. So make sure that you take advantage of LinkedIn. Build your brand. Make sure you have a very nice headshot there that's professional and, you know, speaks to your personality. Also have all the details of your skills on your LinkedIn, so that when people open your profile, it already speaks for you. It's like your online resume. Another way you can network is by having coffee chats. So when you meet people that kind of share the same interest as you, walk up to them, have a chat with them, invite them for coffee. You know, that's a big thing here. Just going to a coffee shop. Now they're doing virtual coffee chats. So even when you have a job, you can book coffee chats with your superiors or people in other departments that you would like to work in, just to get a feel of what they do and have informational sessions with them. This is not an opportunity to ask for a job. Nobody's going to hand you a job just like that. But it's an opportunity for you to learn the kind of skills that they require, what they do on a day-to-day basis, and all of that. So that also helps. There are a lot of job fairs. I got my first banking job through an event. So it was a speed interview event, and we got to meet so many managers, and then they identified the strongest candidates, and from there we went on to different interviews. So those kind of events are very important. Speed interviews, job fairs, career expos, things like that. When you see that there are events coming up in your area, you can see them on Eventbrite. Take advantage of them, register for them. Some of them are free, some of them are free. Just leave the house and attend these events. Meet with people, meet with executives. You never know who you would meet and who would be interested in you. Make an impression and build your network from there. It's very important for success in Canada. And my number one tip, I think you guys can guess this because it only makes sense. And this video would not be complete without me mentioning this tip. Research. Ask questions. Find out information. This tip is a tip that I'm reminded of every single day, and I really appreciate when you guys send me questions and things like that, but sometimes I worry because a lot of the questions that I get sometimes are information that can easily be found with a simple Google search. I'm particularly worried for people who are planning to come as graduate students, international students, who will be conducting research and who would have to prove to the professors that they are worth, and also prove to the admissions officers that they are worth the opportunity to have a slot at their program in their college or university. Research is very important. And this is one thing that you would get to find out very quickly when you actually get to Canada. There's no spoon feeding. Nobody just shares information with you. I know I'm doing that now, but that's because I've experienced this thing and I really just want to help people. Not everybody would be like that. And even when you come as a permanent resident too, even at work, people know that you're a newcomer, yes, but they just expect you to know a lot of things that apply in Canada. So if you don't ask, oh, how does this benefit work? How does the pension work? How does probation work? How does the system here work in this industry? They just expect you to know. A lot of organizations don't even train people. The training can be very little sometimes. So there are a lot of things that you need to do your research on and be free to ask questions. Now, one thing that I've noticed, especially in the workplace, is before you ask questions, try to find out the information by yourself. If it's information that can easily be found, it makes you look, I don't know how to explain it to you, but here a lot of things are DIY. I'm sure you've heard that before. You do a lot of things by yourself. So a lot of people are very independent. So you need to learn how to carry out research. In essence, that's what I'm saying. Carry out research and then ask questions. I came across a post recently where somebody gave a list of I think trades and things like that that people can apply to, and you can find a school that offers certificates in these trades, and then you can maybe get job offers after that. I saw something like that, and I looked at the comments, and everybody was asking, please, what schools offer this courses? What provinces can I go for these courses? I'm sorry, but a simple Google search would give you that answer. Of course, the person that posted this information did not reply. This is something that I'm very passionate about because, of course, I'm in the business of helping people and providing information. In all my videos, there are a lot of resources that are linked in the description box of all my videos. But please be independent enough to carry out your own research. And if something is unclear to you, you can then ask questions. It's very important to ask questions, especially when you start working here. There are a lot of things that will not be the same as where you're coming from. So feel free to ask questions, even when you're outside. If you don't know how the bus system works or anything, people are happy to help you when they see that you're a newcomer, right? So ask questions instead of getting lost like I did at some point when I first moved to Canada. So yeah, ask questions. People are always nice. They would answer you. But at the same time, you don't want to be that person that's always bugging people for simple questions that have very easily accessible answers. Okay, you have the internet, you're educated, you know, you're coming as a skilled worker or as a graduate student or as an international student. There's a level of expectation for your research capabilities that they have. Okay, so please make sure that you're not that person that is asking questions that literally the person that is answering you is just putting 3 keywords in a Google search and giving you the link to the results. Don't be that person. Okay, so that whenever you're asking questions, people take you seriously because they know that, okay, you did put in the effort to find these answers yourself, but now you didn't, so it's okay because they can easily help you out. It's not a problem. I'm always happy to answer all your questions, but make sure that you do research, because research, information is power in Canada, and this is something you hear a lot of new immigrants say. Information is power. Information is key. It can be the difference between you saving $100 on something and saving $1,000 on something. Literally, information is key. So research is very important. Please, I know I spent a lot of time talking about it. I just really wanted to express myself about it because it's something I'm passionate about. It. Like, please, just sit down, hold your phone, and and search these things. You know, it's very important to be well-rounded, and it makes you a well-rounded individual. Okay. And with that, we've come to the end of this video, my 5-year anniversary, 5 tips for new immigrants. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video with anybody that you feel needs it. I'm giving this information for free. I'm sharing all my goofs and my mistakes and advice and tips with you guys so that you don't make the same mistakes that I or the people around me have made. It's very important so that we actually, you know, build a stronger community here in Canada. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you had 1 or 2 points that you learned from it. Again, please share, like, subscribe to my channel because it's free. And please don't just watch. I get a lot of unique viewers. Don't just watch and leave. Come on, join the gang. Subscribe. I have a lot of videos about how to move to Canada, how to ace IELTS and all of that. Just go through my page. You'll see a lot of questions that you have answered already. So yes, thanks again for viewing this video. Go ahead and click on Janey's video so that you can see her own 5 tips for new immigrants or newcomers to Canada, and I really hope that you enjoy that as well. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day and enjoy your weekend.